I think that I am driven purely, even when I was pregnant, the last stint of my pregnancy where I had to give up. I like to analyse what have I achieved today. When I had the 2 schools and I had 2 children, I worked, initially I did as much teaching as I could, and then as it grew I had lecturers, but I would work 6 days, and if I wasn't working on the 6th day I would go in and clean the makeup. I have this thing about necks of bottles. I like everything to be really clean. I'm a bit OCD with cleaning. I really enjoy giving something back anyway. It's the little part that I can play. And that's why IMA was born. It was never going to be a money spinner. It's just, it was never ever born to actually go worldwide. Because I think it's totally independent. It is something that I don't have a vested interest in. As far as the buck really stops with me, our pass mark is 80 and they get 79. The typical reaction of a student would be, but I've only lost 1 mark. I'm afraid no, you've lost 21 marks. But when it is borderline and it might be a dirty brush, I'm afraid I won't budge. She's brilliant, brilliant, brilliant at what she does. Totally focused, knows what she wants, and is a go-getter and enjoys what she does. It's a passion. So what more can you ask? But who are they? It's like saying ABC. Who is ABC? Who's behind ABC? What's the background? When you research, what have you got? Just a money collector. It's like a debt collector. I only know the reputed awarding bodies, which I don't have a problem with, but they don't understand makeup. Obviously, I've got to agree with you, but we're not proactive. We don't ever start selling it. We are very, I don't want to be proactive as far as having to run after schools. They seem to come to us. Why isn't it here? Why isn't it there? It should be there. What's lacking? And the reason is purely and simply, we're not proactive. Let them research, let them really want it, and let them come to us. But you could only do that if you're not there for the money. If you had a shop front and the landlord is charging you X per annum, you can't stand there and just let them come to you. So that makes a difference. Because you want to give. And don't forget, this industry is very competitive, and a lot of people will hold back because of fear, don't like to share. It's personality, isn't it? You see that the whole time. I've worked with people that are absolute divas in their own right, and they may have started teaching, but they know they can't. It's not for everyone. It's really hard. You want them to be as good as you. That is the aim. Will they get their day one? No, this is just the beginning. Now, I was actually telling Blossom about you and how you sat with me all day, and then you called me up to introduce me to what you had done. And that wasn't the first. There was 3 one evening and 4 the next. we think we've done a hard day's work when we've done one bride, let alone, and that's just in an evening. They're not going to start where you've finished, but they've got a role model. So how wonderful to have a role model, Aliya, are driven by your name, your reputation. So you want them to all have a certain level, even though you appreciate they won't all be brilliant. As long as they're good, the brilliance can come in time. I think they are so lucky because the exposure here is amazing, and also from the lecturer's point of view, there's an old saying, I don't know if you're aware, but we definitely don't want this to be the case. Those that can, do. Those that can't, teach. But even your lecturers are literally, they're current. Not that one forgets, but it means that they are aware and they understand. And just, I mean, from a business perspective, I picked up a face sheet and I thought, my God, this paper, the quality, photocopying paper will do. So yes, I think it's the best of the best. That the exposure that the students get is second to none, because it's all here in this building. I love it, Anissa calls them the kids. They're like her children. She says the kids. And initially when she said the kids, I was a bit confused. I thought she had children that she was talking about. And then I realized it was the kids here. They're her kids. So that's nice. I think they are blessed with very warm, helpful people around them. So it's helpful.